Welcome back to
This episode is 13 minutes.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, welcome back to
Spyro. At first you put like an unnecessary amount of parts to this game.
You barely edited on the Lego Star Wars episodes that were 50 fucking minutes. So shut up.
I didn't have to edit.
Shut up.
Editing is optional.
But now we have Head Bash, the last ability, which is essentially a ground pound.
So in the context of the story, what did Moneybags do that make you able to do this?
Just stand still, he says. I'll turn your boots.
I don't know.
What's the logic for that?
You're a sight for sore eyes. I'd appreciate it mightily if you could locate that alchemist. He owes me a favor.
Oh no, Hunter is stuck in stone. Why do we need to do this fucking round with the alchemist? Couldn't we just use Headbash to get his feet out of the stone?
Because fuck off. God, so there's a mission. There are two missions I would straight up say I hate in this game. Agent Zero and this. At least with Agent Zero, you can actually, and turning off my fancy, so apologize for that. Basically, at least with Agent Zero, you can slip pot. You can if you go to the right tree, you actually don't have to do the last bit. But it's like, I hate the route he takes. I fucking hate the route he takes. I wanna this is some. I skipped all until the one I get it in. I skipped until the one I get it in. So this one should be the one I get it in.
Yeah, but it's one thing that I do like. I do dislike when it happens in games when the AI okay, so the AI 100% has a predetermined path, right?
Yes.
Why do games find it necessary to make all the NPCs pick like the most idiotic, moronic path there is?
I have no fucking idea.
Hell, while we're at it, why couldn't, like, I know that it's because it's a video game, but like, why couldn't the alchemist just hop on Spyro's back?
Because that would be intelligent game design.
Anyway, look at that. He freed my boy Hunter. Wait, did the cutscene just glitch there?
Would you look after this for me?
What do you mean?
When he was getting freed, the alchemist coated the potion on the stone, but the stone wasn't there in the cutscene.
I didn't notice because Ash is bitching. Because my friend Ash is bitching about me about playing the Pikmin 4 demo.
Remember, head bash by jumping.
Exactly. So I actually didn't pay attention to that. If they get up, you will automatically fail. By the way.
Hold the fuck up! Why is Hunter able to take them down like that?
Magic.
You're a dragon, aren't you capable of magic?
No. Not until the Legend series. And Enter the Dragonfly. Maybe Hero's Tale.
Oh shit. Yeah, I kind of have a policy against playing games that are from a series which was only really good at the first 3 entries.
I mean, the GBA games are bad. I vastly prefer the console ones, but they're not that bad.
Yeah, I know, but I don't really, and I need to be careful with the way how I say this, because I don't want to sound like I'm having the Jim Ryan mentality, but there are few cases where I feel the handheld version is better than the regular console version. Like, I appreciate I can get a lot of fun out of my 3DS, but a lot of DS versions uh, of games that I recently played the console game as, they really do not hold a candle, in my opinion. And I feel like even handheld original games, they just don't feel that good to me. Of course, there are some exceptions. Stuff like New Super Mario Brothers is obviously an amazing time on the DS, and I still feel like it's best on the DS. And the same counts for New Super Mario Brothers 2 on 3DS. The Sonic Rush titles and Sonic Advance games are obviously pretty neat, and
Thanks for freeing us.
but even then, like a lot of titles that I played on my DS, while I enjoyed them as a kid, I do not see myself enjoying them as an adult. But maybe that's also because DS entries have a reputation of being in a weird combination of being sold more but also being sold less. Basically, they had less priority because the platform they were on couldn't handle it anyway. So yeah, why bother?
Mm-hmm. This also finishes up Winter Tundra 2. So there are also a few more stuff left there.
Alright.
Such as all these rocks to smash. Don't ask me how the hell they only can break from head bash when you can very easily just charge into them.
You know, I need to try at one point, see if I can play the PS1 versions of these games, see if I can play them on my 3DS. It is possible to play PlayStation 1 titles through RetroArch, but they're not really that stable, I should say.
Yeah.
Like the only title which I just got a like solid full frame rate on the 3DS was Castlevania Chronicles.
Well, I mean, that's a 2D game.
That's a 2D game, yeah. But it's also been a while since I tackled pretty much any modded 3DS stuff. I mean, if I put my foot down, I could probably even record some stuff on the 3DS because of the homebrew.
And yet you still haven't helped me figure out how to do that on mine.
Because at the moment there is still some wacky stuff going on between homebrew and the method. Basically, the best way I can describe it is at one point the current version of homebrew doesn't support the common Wi-Fi streaming thing. It's a long story.
All right.
Like one day I am going to take a look into it, but even nowadays I don't think it's properly fixed. But if I found a solution, I'll
Good.
be sure to share it
Because
with
there
you.
definitely are some games I do want to record for the channel myself
The
on the thing.
The problem is, it can only record stuff when the 3DS is in 3DS mode.
Yeah.
So stuff like DS titles, better whip out your emulator.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say whatever the hell you want about the PSP, but at the very least, Sony gave you a way to output that to TV. And if you can output it to the big screen, you can record it.
And look where that's gotten them. They don't give a shit about that anymore.
I mean, look, I do feel like Sony could still do a lot with the handheld market. The only problem is, Nintendo, with the Switch, they brought it to a point where the console is the handheld, and we've got to a point where we now also have the Asus ROG Ally. Wow, that was a really short episode. But we've come to a point where we also have the Asus ROG Ally and the Steam Deck. So if Sony is gonna try to pull off a handheld, well, you have the most popular one, you have the second most popular one, and you have the most powerful one. And which one are you going to try to be? Are you, like, trying to make a portable PlayStation 4 like
They're going
device?
to do it for the PS5, so honestly, I'm going to be straight honest. I have no I have no expectations for the Project Q. I do not see that going well. I really do not see
Man,
that going well.
Man, I believe it when I see it.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, but if it's gonna be a portable PS5, well, just take the price of a PS5, which is $550, or technically 450, because if it's portable, well, no sense putting a disk drive in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so take the price of a PS5, and then add additional R&D costs and material costs, and, you know, of course, Sony isn't going to skimp out on the display, and before you know, you have a device that's like $1,200, and it only makes sense to those who don't have any sense.
I think they've already come out with a price for Project Q. I'm actually going to check. And because I think they've said it's going to be about 300.
About 300? Okay, well, let's take this and drag it over to the next part. Stop recording.